Leading a team is a hard job, a really hard job. It's a never-ending job. Most of us entrepreneurs and business leaders fall into leading a team without a whole lot of training to prepare us. We tend to learn on the job, often with plenty of mistakes along the way, but we usually do find our way and our own style in leading others. As true as this may be, an even more important topic than leading others, in my experience, is how do we lead ourselves? Have you ever stopped and considered how you lead yourself? It's only something that I've paid close attention to in the last few years, and geez, it's helped since I've been paying attention to it. In today's episode 89, it's going to be you, me, and a super short episode with a lesson I've learned about the idea of leading ourselves to better lead our teams. Welcome or welcome back to the Think Big, Act Small podcast. It's really nice to be here with you. Now, we're going to get into this quickly today, so here comes the intro music, and then we're on. We'll catch you soon. G'day, I'm Tristan White, and this is the Think Big, Act Small podcast. This podcast is for business owners and leaders who dream of building a strong, independent, and high-performing team. It's for those of us who are ready to learn the skills, build the confidence, and be supported to become inspiring leaders of our very own dream team. Get ready, it's time to think big and act small. Okay, welcome back. This week's Leadership Lessons episode is brought to you by the brand new and completely free Culture is Everything Masterclass that I'm hosting this Friday, April the 30th. If you're interested in knowing more about the Culture is Everything Masterclass that will dive even deeper into this topic of leading yourself first, then please click the link in the show notes of this episode where you can get everything you need to get involved and understand what's happening there. Now, in a few of our recent episodes, we've been learning from some impressive entrepreneurs, including Kimberly Hughes, Sean McCambridge, and Matt McEwen. We've heard about the results they've been able to achieve in growing themselves and growing their teams. What we didn't cover in each of those interviews was the journey that each of them has been on to also learn to lead themselves. And I know they've all done a heap of important work in this area. In my experience, it's almost impossible to consistently lead a team in a sustainable way without also knowing how to lead yourself. In this very short Leadership Lessons episode, I want to share with you an overview of a 4-pillar framework that I've discovered to better lead myself and that I now use to teach and support leaders like you. So let's get into it. The 4 pillars of self-leadership based on the model that I like to use are Pillar 1, self-discovery. Pillar 2, self-acceptance. Pillar 3, self-management. And Pillar 4, self-growth. Now let's dive into each of those with just a little bit of detail. Pillar 1, self-discovery. At our core, we all have a set of beliefs and values that make us who we are. But when we're caught up doing busy work, we don't notice subtle shifts in ourselves, in our behavior, in the way we communicate and the way we take care of ourselves. By firstly understanding what is at our core, the self-discovery concept, and then finding a way to keep ourselves aligned to our own core is the basis of Pillar 1. It's a deep concept, but it's so very important. Pillar 2 is self-acceptance. Self-acceptance involves being brutally honest with yourself and accepting what you learn without self-criticism. Now, I'm a recovering perfectionist, and I know plenty of others in the same boat. This idea of self-acceptance was a huge and is an ongoing challenge for me. How about you? How's your level of perfectionism? How do you go with self-acceptance? Pillar 3. Pillar 3 is about self-management. Self-management requires self-awareness. Poor self-management leads to overwhelm, stress, and internal firefighting, reworking, going over the same stuff over and over again. In my experience, really getting your personal rituals of systems and making sure you're sticking to your own things that work for you is so very important. Self-management can include things like regular rest, regular sleep, regular breaks from work, regular exercise, journaling to organize your thoughts and ideas, all those things that we often overlook. Now, Pillar 4, the last of the 4 pillars, is about self-growth. Now, self-growth requires being open to feedback and having a plan to keep you accountable and on track. It also involves learning from every possible experience, just like Mark Middleton shared with us in episode 50. If you haven't listened to that episode, head back and check it out. It's a really great insight into a leader who is a learner. This self-growth pillar also involves incremental progress, continually chipping away, and the be patiently persistent core value that's one of the core values of the Culture is Everything Club is a really great reminder here. I refer to it every day. I just sent a text to someone a moment ago with hashtag patiently persistent because it's such a powerful concept. Alrighty, so those 4 pillars of self-leadership are Pillar 1, self-discovery, Pillar 2, self-acceptance, Pillar 3, self-management, and Pillar 4, self-growth. Alrighty, that's about it for the intro to this topic of self-leadership that I wanted to share with you today. If you want to go deeper into it, then please join me at the free Culture is Everything Masterclass, which is happening on Friday, April 30, 2021. If you're listening to this after the masterclass has happened, please email me, tristan@tristanwhite.com.au, and I'll be able to send you a copy of the replay. Oh, and very last thing, after the masterclass this Friday, there'll be a short 5-day window for new members to join the Culture is Everything Club and start working closely with me to become a better leader. The best way to make sure you're in the loop about all the info about the Culture is Everything Club is to sign up for my regular email newsletter, and you can do that at tristanwhite.com.au. More info about the Culture is Everything Club is at cultureiseverything.club. That's it. Thanks so much for being here with me. If you've got any questions, comments, or suggestions, please get in touch by email, tristan@tristanwhite.com.au, or any other way you can find me online that suits you. See you later. Thanks so much for tuning in to the Think Big, Act Small podcast. I really appreciate it. That's it for today's show. But before you go, I've got a quick question for you. Can you think of an inspiring, people-focused leader that you'd love me to interview on the show? Or are you an emerging leader yourself that's building a team of 15 to 50 people that would love to share your story and be coached by me on a future episode? If the answer to either question is yes, then please take a moment to act small and email me, tristan@tristanwhite.com.au. I'd really love to hear from you. But for now, that's it. Until next time, have an awesome day.